you for joining us on Lewis University's news source, WFLY-TV. Today is Tuesday, October 14th, 2014. I'm Noelle Trainer.
I'm Shane Gustafson.
And here are your top stories for today. Executive producer at 71 Degrees North, Neha Schultz, talked to communication students about their field when she visited Lewis last week. Schultz gave students in the field production class feedback on their first episode of Lewis Spotlight. She also shared some career advice. Her impressive resume includes working at Harpo Studios, where she produced shows for The Oprah Winfrey Show. Schultz then joined the OWN network and was a story producer for In Liana Fix My Life. Schultz's extensive experience made for an interesting and powerful presentation for students.
Lewis University raised a record amount of money last month at the annual Signum Fidei celebration. The university held the Red Tie Ball at the Palmer House Hilton Hotel in Chicago and raised almost $270,000 for the Mission Fund, which provides scholarships to students with financial struggles. More than 400 guests attended the event and participated in a live auction and raffle, with the proceeds going towards the fund. WGN-TV Chief Meteorologist Tom Skilling spoke at the event, and students who have been helped by the Mission Fund thanked donors. Since 2009, the university has raised nearly $1 million for the Mission Fund and has helped about 300 students obtain a Lewis University degree.
This year, Lewis University will become more diverse as the English as a Second Language program begins on campus. The ELS Center has recruited 10 students from different parts of the world to come to Lewis and learn English. As of yesterday, Lewis University officially welcomed these students to campus. The students will start full-time with 18 credit hours. The classes will be completed within a 4-week period. Students will learn how to speak English and take a language studies class along with reading and writing courses. By this time next year, the directors of ELS predict they'll have more than 40 students enrolled in the program.
Helicopters flew overhead and police searched the grounds in Orland Park on Monday afternoon after an armed man robbed the First Midwest Bank at 143rd Street and Wolf Road around 1:30 p.m. The robber reportedly fired 2 shots inside the bank, but no one was wounded. He stole an unknown amount of money from the bank before fleeing to a residential area. Despite their efforts, police were unable to locate the man and are asking anyone with information to call 911.
This past Monday, a small plane crashed in Palos Hills. The twin-engine Beechcraft Baron had left Midway Airport at 10:35 p.m. and was heading toward Kansas. NTSB officials say the aircraft went off the radar and crashed at 10:40 p.m. about 100 feet away from a house in a residential neighborhood. Everyone on board was killed and only one family had to be evacuated from their home. Officials say investigations will take about 1 week to determine the cause of the accident. The 3 victims were physicians from Kansas who were returning home after visiting Chicago. They were identified as Tazreef Raymond Ali Kanchwala and his wife Maria Javid.
The FAA Radar Center in Aurora that provides air traffic control for several airports across the Midwest reopened yesterday. The facility closed on September 26 when former employees set fire to the facility, ruining computer systems and grounding flights both in and out of O'Hare and Midway airports. Several air traffic control teams from the surrounding areas traveled to Aurora to assist crews in case of equipment failure. However, the FAA says all operations continued as usual yesterday and the extra teams weren't needed. The delays at both O'Hare and Midway airports were due to extreme weather conditions. The FAA is working on a plan to prevent another major disruption at a control center.
Nearly 45,000 runners hit the pavement on Sunday for the 2014 Bank of America Chicago Marathon. The course weaved through many Chicago neighborhoods and took runners on a grand tour of the city. Eliud Kipchoge was the first person to cross the finish line with an impressive time of 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 11 seconds. Race officials estimate around 1 million spectators came out to cheer on the runners. Race director Carrie Pinkowski said the Chicago Marathon gets bigger each year, and Chicago is considered one of the 6 world marathon majors. All right, we have Michelle Christiniak with us now.
Hello,
and
everybody.
Coming up after the break, she will be sharing with us how we can all stay a little more healthy.
Yeah, we'll be talking about Ebola, a little bit of an Ebola update, and then we'll go into a little bit of a more positive topic about pumpkins and all the pumpkins we've been seeing this year, and then we'll talk about another virus that's been hitting the United States.
All right, sounds good. We'll have all of that when we come back.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Time to wake up. I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Don't forget, you've got a job to do today.
Hey, Mom. I got the job. Thanks.
I've got the job. Welcome aboard.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does.
And like that, you're a job creator.
Quiet, please. Wait a sec. I'll take one. Oh yeah. All right. All good. Take care. Way to go. Nice. Bring it on. Gotcha. I'm here for you. Oh no. Please, please, please. I'm waiting. Interesting. Not buying it. Not fair. That's it. This conversation is over. Oh, brother.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things.
I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke.
Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
You're watching. You're watching.
LUTN. LUTN.
You're watching LUTN.
There's a new Ebola patient in Texas, and this time it's a nurse. It only took a day for nurse Nina Pham to switch roles from caretaker to patient. The officials of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases don't know what went wrong in the quarantined room. Pham was wearing a protective mask, gown, shield, and gloves while caring for the patient. The Ebola virus is carried in bodily fluids and only enters a person's body through direct contact with scrapes and cuts. The CDC says Pham may have come in contact with the virus when taking off her gloves. The nurse could have touched many contaminated surfaces. If the body fluid remains wet and at room temperature, the virus can survive outside the body for days. All other nurses who cared for the Ebola patient are healthy and still working. The CDC is now increasing training for Ebola. An apple a day keeps a doctor away. Carrots will improve your sight by day and night. So what benefits do pumpkins have? I took a closer look. It's fall, October is here, and that means pumpkins. Pumpkin patches all around Lewis are opening their gates to guests of all ages who are excited to get their hands on that perfect orange vegetable. Yes, I said vegetable. Surprised? Well, don't be. Many people don't realize that there is more to a pumpkin than carving. For starters, pumpkins are very healthy. 4 things that these veggies provide are younger looking skin, sharpened vision, weight loss, and heart health. The vitamin A in pumpkins fuels cell renewal, which keeps you looking young and treats your vision in dim lighting. 1 cup of pumpkin has tons of fiber and only 50 calories. With this fiber, you will eat less and shed more. Finally, the seeds inside contain phytosterols, which are known to reduce cholesterol levels. I'm here at a pumpkin farm a little east of campus, the perfect place to ask 2 Lewis students if they knew about these pumpkin health benefits.
No, I actually didn't know about the pumpkin benefits, but now I'm going to tell my mom to make me a pumpkin pie when I get home.
I actually didn't know about the pumpkin health benefits, but I love pumpkin flavored anything, so I guess I'll just gives me an excuse to eat more.
Okay, so you don't want to carve a jack-o'-lantern. What type of options do you have? The possibilities are endless, but there is something you should know.
Larger pumpkins like the ones you see behind you are the ones you'll find in any patch for seeds. Obviously, a fall favorite's pumpkin pie. Everybody wants to eat pumpkin pie. And then something to remember with the pumpkin pie is that not just any pumpkin works for that. There's a special, more so of squash that people use, and that's a smaller pie pumpkin that you could find at most health food stores that are labeled as such as a pie pumpkin. It's a smaller, rounder pumpkin. We have them specifically designated here as pie pumpkins so that people can cook with them.
Lewis students can get Bankston Pumpkin Farm tickets at a discounted price in the Sork office. For WFLY-TV News, I'm Michelle Kristiniak. Another virus that has been raising concern is enterovirus D68. Over the last few months, the virus has infected more than 500 children all around the U.S. And in New Jersey, 4-year-old Eli Waller lost the battle to this respiratory disease. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention may say enterovirus D68 primarily affects children with pre-existing conditions like asthma. The beginning symptoms are the usual runny nose and low fever, but the germ that causes the virus damages the respiratory system. So that's the virus that has been causing some trouble for a lot of little kids.
Yeah, and so sad about the little boy on the East Coast. But
I know.
On the bright side, the
pumpkins.
Yeah, the pumpkins. I didn't know any of those facts, so that was really interesting.
I didn't either. Yeah, that was very interesting.
It keeps you looking young. And like I said, like the pumpkin, young and fresh, and then it's really good for your eyes and weight loss because of the fiber. So they have a lot of benefits that, people just use them for carving. So
right, yeah, it's good to know.
More uses than one,
right,
I guess.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, well, thanks, Michelle.
No problem.
Some people in California are getting ready for Halloween, but a little bit too early. Stay tuned for details.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. Could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
So what you want to do is, have you already enrolled? You're doing fine.
What did that just do?
Select the drop-down menu again.
Wait.
So you're already enrolled. Example here, so don't panic. You're ready to make your payments. Submit. There it is.
Oh my God! I really can't believe it. That's awesome.
Good for you.
My name is Brother James Gaffney, president of Lewis University, and you're watching LUTN, so thank you.
Clowns have been roaming the streets in California, scaring children and nearby residents. Police in Bakersfield responded to a call on Saturday night of a person in a clown costume holding a gun and roaming the streets. Police searched the area where the clown was reportedly seen, but didn't find anybody matching the description. Last week, police arrested a 14-year-old boy after he dressed as a clown and chased little children down the street as they walked home from school. Police say they have received several calls of scary and mischievous clowns throughout the Bakersfield area. Police believe an online hoax video might be the cause of the actions.
Two planes collided mid-air over Nevada on Sunday, killing both pilots. The FAA said the single-engine Cessna 170 and an experimental aircraft collided about 60 miles southeast of Reno around 8 a.m. and then crashed near a dry lake bed. According to the Lyon County Sheriff's Office, several airplanes were flying in and out of the area. Both planes were participating in an informal weekend fly-in at the dry lake bed. The FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board are investigating possible causes of the collision.
An aircraft traveling from San Francisco to Dallas made an emergency landing after the inner panels of the plane began to peel apart. American Airlines is claiming that at no point did the cabin lose pressure, nor were oxygen masks deployed. A spokesperson for American Airlines, Matt Miller, said that the walls began to buckle due to a blown air duct. The FAA will be investigating the incident and checking the plane to make sure it doesn't happen again. No one was injured in the incident.
A ferry boat accident in San Francisco left 10 people injured on Sunday. According to the Coast Guard officials, the ferry hit a piling at Pier 41 around 5:45 p.m. The ferry was transporting passengers from San Francisco to Oakland. The passengers' injuries were listed as minor to moderate. However, one bystander noticed that he saw kids flying through the air when the ferry crashed. The ferry itself had no serious damage, just minor paint damage from the accident.
A New Jersey man allegedly beat his mother to death during an argument Sunday morning, just 2 days after he was released from prison. Police say they found the 64-year-old woman dead when they arrived at her home early Sunday morning. The Atlantic County Coroner's Office says she sustained massive blunt injuries to the head. Police arrested 45-year-old Stephen Pratt at the scene and charged him with murder. Neighbors say Pratt's mother had thrown him a welcome home party just 2 days earlier after he served a 30-year sentence. Pratt was convicted of first-degree murder in 1986 after he shot and killed his neighbor after an argument. The Atlantic County Police Department is holding Pratt on $1 million bond.
An 11-month-old baby in Louisiana was found alive after being trapped under her father's dead body for weeks. The father, Jason Fields, died of cardiac arrest and has had chronic health problems, according to officials. Fields' son went to a nearby relative's house and told them his dad had died. The house had no air conditioning, and Deputy Coroner Ron Rivers said the temperature in the home was more than 100 degrees. The dehydrated infant was taken to the Louisiana State University Medical Center in Shreveport and is expected to make a full recovery. The baby's mother was in jail on misdemeanor charges but was released to care for her.
Pictures of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un surfaced last night. Find out more when we come back.
There's no place like home.
Getting home safely is just a click away. But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size.
We know what you told us.
There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat. Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education. So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour to show them that higher education means a brighter future.
My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
You can be a reader, tutor, or mentor too. Take the pledge at liveunited.org/volunteer.
Do you wear this?
My name is Brother James Gaffney, president of Lewis University, and you're watching LUTN, so thank you.
New images of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un appeared in many state media run outlets yesterday for the first time in over a month. Government officials say the dictator gave field guidance to a newly built residential area and visited the National Energy Institute of the State Academy of Sciences. North Korean media reports that Un is still the leader despite his long absence and failure to show up at several events over the weekend. However, some political experts say these photos might just be an attempt to end international speculation about the leader and where he might be. Un hasn't made a public appearance since September 3rd, when he was last seen leaving for a concert with his wife.
Oscar Pistorius' psychologist Dr. Laura Hartzenberg testified on Monday ahead of the Olympic runner's sentencing for culpable homicide. In his testimony, Dr. Hartzenberg called Pistorius a broken man after he shot his girlfriend to death through the bathroom door on Valentine's Day 2013. In September, Pistorius was convicted of culpable homicide. His sentencing trial began Monday and is expected to last for several days. Pistorius' sentence can range from suspended jail time and a fine to 15 years in prison.
The Islamic terror group ISIS is continuing to spread and is threatening to take over the Iraqi capital of Baghdad if the United States doesn't stop airstrikes. U.S. intelligence officers say the terrorists are taking advantage of weak Iraqi forces and continue to push their way into the country. Many members of Iraq's military say they'll flee the country if the United States doesn't intervene, leaving it open to the militants. Iraqi officials say the terror group is moving faster through Iraq and Syria than they had originally planned, and they aren't prepared to handle a large-scale invasion from the terrorists.
The Vatican signals more tolerance towards gay people after an assembly of Catholic bishops convened by Pope Francis at the Vatican released a preliminary document on Monday. The document encouraged the Catholic Church to welcome not only gay people, but also unmarried couples, divorced couples, and children from less traditional families. Although this document doesn't change Roman Catholic doctrine, it does open the door for more understanding in the Catholic Church. This openness and merciful outlook is consistent with the direction Pope Francis has set for the Church in the first 18 months of his papacy. The report was produced halfway through a 2-week meeting between bishops from around the world and Pope Francis taking place at the Vatican.
Nearly 17,000 troops are moving away from the Ukrainian border and returning to their bases. Russian state-run media reports that President Vladimir Putin ordered the troops to leave, saying their training at the border has ended. Ukrainian officials believe have asked Putin to recall the troops since April, saying they felt threatened by the close Russian presence. The withdrawal of troops could mean the end of the threat against the Ukraine, but NATO hasn't commented as to further actions by either country. Both Putin and Ukrainian leaders will meet later this month to talk about the conflict at the border.
A 7.3 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of El Salvador late last night. As a result, a tsunami warning was issued and people were evacuated from the coastline. There were aftershocks, but the second earthquake reported was disregarded. No injuries or deaths were reported. All right, we have Scott Turek here with us now. Scott, hopefully we have less rain in the forecast than we've seen today.
Well, unfortunately, I think tomorrow we got one more day of rain, but the sun will be coming back. It'll be making a little bit of a comeback, but again, we just kind of have to bear with it one more day. We'll have that and more when we come back.
All right, we'll be right back.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy. My sport is football, but my passion is education. So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
You can be a reader, tutor, or mentor too. Take the pledge at liveunited.org/volunteer.
Do you wear this?
Quiet, please. Wait a sec. I'll take one. Oh yeah. All right. All good. Take care. Way to go. Nice. Bring it on. Gotcha. I'm here for you. Oh no. Please, please, please. I'm waiting. Interesting. Not buying it. Not fair. That's it. This conversation is over. Oh, brother.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things.
I'm having a stroke.
Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment, and that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
My name is Brother James Gaffney, president of Lewis University, and you're watching LUTN, so thank you.
And here we are with our live look at Lewis University campus right now. As you look, you can tell it's kind of a dark and dreary day today. As you get a southern look at the campus there, get a good look at the soccer field. It's been rainy all day. A couple moments where the sun kind of peeked out for a little bit, but most of the day it's just been very rainy, very tough conditions to walk across campus, stuff you really want to deal with. So let's take a quick look over now at the temperatures across the nation. As I said, right now it is around 63 degrees here in Chicago. When you look at other places, you can tell as you look across the nation, there's a cold front sweeping, heading east, heading towards New York. If you look over at New York, it's 74 degrees. So there's going to be definitely a cold front rolling through there. Across the nation, a lot of it's just this cold front moving at 64 degrees in Omaha. So definitely that cold front will be moving through here. As we now take a quick peek over at our weather picture of the day for Lewis University, submitted by Allie, that is a student here on campus. As you get here, you can see the colors of the leaves are changing. A really good shot here of Lewis. If you have a picture that you would like to share with us on the news, hashtag it on Twitter or Instagram at #LewisU, and we will use it in the upcoming newscast. So let's look at the temperatures coming into tonight, what it's going to be going through here. Around 8 o'clock tonight, it's going to be around 58 degrees. So a dip in the temperature, but it's going to, again, the rain's going to continue, keep moving forward as we head towards the midnight hour. 54, still raining. As you get ready for your commute tomorrow to go to class, it's going to be 51 degrees, and still the rain will continue. The chance of 40% winds coming from the north-northwest at 9 miles per hour. And then around noon, the showers should be letting up around then, but there's a chance for rain then, so high of 54. Let's take a look now at the 7-day forecast. As we said, tomorrow it's going to be a higher around 58 degrees, but rainy for most of the day. So if you bring a jacket tomorrow, be prepared. It might rain again. Good chance, 50% of rain. Heading into the rain will go away. Thursday, we'll have a high of 62, low of 48. Only 10% chance of rain, so the rain should be getting out of our system. Going again, heading towards the East Coast. Friday, high of 65 degrees. Temperatures going back up. In still fall weather, but very mild for the fall, especially October, so it'll be nicer than Saturday. Heading into the weekend, it'll be a high of 58 degrees. And then Sunday, there will also be a high of 58. So again, decent weather for the weekend. As you head into Monday, the rain will be back in our system with a high of 63, 40% chance of rain. And then next week on Tuesday, we will have a high of 53. Again, partly sunny. So again, just a couple more days of rain, but you should have a pretty good weekend for going out and doing fall activities.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. It looks perfect fall weather. So sunny and around 60% perfect fall weather.
Once the rain gets out of here, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the rain. I don't know.
No,
too many people who are,
nobody
but-
is.
Right,
Yeah.
but yeah, once it gets out of here, it looks great.
Yeah, so just one more day of rain and we should be good. We have a really good weekend coming up here.
Yeah, all right. Well, what can we look forward to in sports, Joe?
Well, we can look forward to a lot of things. Both Lewis soccer teams played this weekend. Men's had a good game. Women's not so much. Obviously, we had the Bears game Sunday. That was good. It was a good win for them to get back on the winning streak. It looks like, Scott, we're going to have some good weather for the upcoming game this week.
You should be.
Yeah, right. And we got the Blackhawks coming in tomorrow. We got some baseball, MLB playoff races going on. Pretty tight right now. And I'll also have the play of the day when we come back.
All right, we'll be right back.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
The Lewis men's soccer team came back to win on Sunday against Maryville at Maryville Field. The Flyers trailed by 2 goals at half and rallied back to score 3 unanswered goals in the second half to get the 3-2 win. Senior George Thompson was a key factor for the Flyers in the second half by scoring 2 of the 3 goals, while junior Christian Nowak scored 1 to start the rally for the Flyers. With this win, Lewis now sits at 7-3-2. In GLVC action, they are 6-2-2. Lewis will look to get another win under their belt on Friday for Blackout Night as they will host Quincy at Lewis Stadium. The game is scheduled for 5 p.m. The women's soccer team is coming home after a long weekend in Missouri. On Friday afternoon, the Flyers took on Missouri St. Louis and won 2-0. Both sophomore Meg Carmody and junior Jessica Chavez scored during the game. Head coach Chris Koenig said that he was pleased to see their defense starting to gel and that the team finished some really good chances. The Flyers then moved forward to take on Maryville on Sunday but fell 2-1. Maryville didn't waste any time getting on the board, scoring their first goal within 4 minutes of the game. Jessica Chavez scored the Flyers' only goal. Koenig said that the team gave up too many set pieces. The Flyers will take on Quincy at home on Friday for a blackout match. The game is set to start at 7:30 p.m. Last night, the Chicago Bulls won their second preseason game against the Denver Nuggets with a final score of 110-90. Jimmy Butler had a big night for the Bulls, shooting 7 of 8 and hit down 7 of 7 at the free throw line. Derrick Rose also had a good night in his 21 minutes of action, scoring 15 points while grabbing 5 boards and dishing out 5 assists. Rookie Doug McDermott came off the Bulls bench to score 16 and converted on 3 out of 4 three-pointers. The Bulls will play their 5th preseason game on Thursday when they host the Atlanta Hawks. Tip-off for the game is at 7 p.m. The Chicago Bears are back on the winning track. This past Sunday, the Bears traveled to Atlanta to play the Falcons in the Georgia Dome. The Bears were able to play an all-around complete game on offense and defense against Atlanta. The Bears offense made Atlanta's defense tired by keeping them on the field for 36 minutes and 15 seconds. With the 27-13 win over the Falcons, they will look to continue their success when they host the Miami Dolphins on Sunday at Soldier Field. Kickoff for the game is scheduled at noon. The Blackhawks returned to the United Center in a big way as they blew out the Buffalo Sabres by a final score of 6-2. The Hawks jumped out to an early 2-goal advantage just 3 minutes into the first period when both Andrew Shaw and Duncan Keith scored. But the Sabres answered back with 2 goals of their own before the end of the first period. The game was tied 2-2 going into the third period when the Hawks offense exploded for 4 unanswered goals, leading to the final score of 6-2. The Hawks advanced to 2-0 on the season. The Hawks will be back on the ice tomorrow at 7 p.m. at the United Center as they will be facing the Calgary Flames. For MLB playoff games, last night the Baltimore Orioles and Kansas City Chiefs got rained out for the third game of the ALCS series. Wei-Yin Chen will be on the mound for the Orioles and Jeremy Guthrie will be on the mound for the Kansas City Royals. The Royals are up in the series 2-0. For the NLCS series, the St. Louis Cardinals are at the San Francisco Giants and are split 1 game apiece in the series. John Lackey will be on the mound for the Cardinals, and Tim Hudson will start the game at pitcher for the Giants. And now for the play of the day, which goes out to the Tampa Bay Lightning's Anton Stralman, as he saves the goal for the Lightning with a sliding save pass. Montreal Canadian Jersiek was trying to get the puck past Lightning goalie Ben Bishop, but the great teamwork by Stralman, you're able to see that he was getting right underneath the net to be able to save the goal for the Lightning, and it was all around just a great play for the game, and it helped the Lightning get the blowout against Montreal for a 7-1 victory.
All right, well, it looks like we've had some exciting past few days in Chicago sports.
Right, yeah, we definitely did. The Bears game, I think, is going to be a big thing that everyone's going to get looking forward to. The Bulls their season's going to be starting to come up, but definitely, how about those Blackhawks starting out 2-0?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're going to look back to get to the Stanley Cup. That's what I mean, where the whole city wants to see them at.
Yeah, definitely.
I've been waiting for hockey season, I'm glad it's finally here.
Yeah, I think it's good. You know, I think Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews, I think they're eager to get back to that Stanley Cup and want to get one more underneath their belt.
Mm-hmm. Can't forget about those baseball games either.
Right, yeah, I think the Royals, how about them? They're doing really good, you know.
They are.
Not making the postseason
they haven't lost a game yet.
Right, yeah, not making the postseason for so long, and now look, you know, they haven't lost any games like Scott said, so they're in a good position, and hopefully they can get the win tonight.
Yep, all right, well, thank you, Joe. Yep. That's it for today's news. I'm Noelle Trainer.
I'm Shane Gustafson.
I'm Joe Ledger with sports.
And I'm Scott Turk with weather.
Thanks for watching WFLY-TV News. Have a great night.